Hey, this is Darren with Abner's Outdoors. I just finished a test that I've been wanting to do for a long time with my archery equipment. I've got an old Matthews SQ2 bow from 2002. It's an awesome bow. I have no reason to change. It's not the fastest bow in the world now. It was when it came out. It was one of the hot rods. But anyway, a couple things. My main objective here was to see, can I shoot a Rage Hyperdermic at the smaller black-tailed deer that we hunt with my setup? You got to be comfortable with your setup. Will my bow at 60 pounds, is it enough bow to shoot the Rage? That was one. And the second one was, I've always been interested in knowing the velocity of my arrows at, say, 40 yards, which is my maximum distance that I would take a shot at a deer. So those are the two things that I did. I did a chronograph test at 10 feet, 20, 30, and 40 yards. I'll go over that. And then I'll show you three different test medium that I'll show you two. I actually did three different test medium to test the penetration of the Rage with my setup. And I'll tell you what my setup is, and how fast, and arrow weight, and all that. I had the unique opportunity to test it on a real deer-sized carcass, I guess you'd call it. We have Barbados sheep. One of our rams got sick. I had to put him down. So I put him down humanely, 22. But then, you know, like it or not, I propped him up there and shot a Rage through him at about 20 yards. It's the only chance I'd ever have to do it, so I did it. And that Rage blew through him like it was butter. And that's about the size of the deer that we shoot. You know, California blacktails, rarely 150 pounds on the hoof. Not real big deer. So, anyway, like it or not, I got to shoot him. Kind of felt weird about doing it, but I did. The Rage passed the test on that one. So my bow, my old setup before I started updating my bow, was pulling 58 pounds. I was only getting 225 feet per second with a 415 grain arrow, carbon arrow. My new set, and that was with cat whiskers. My new setup, I got a new string. I put a string stop on it. You'll see it in the picture. I went from cat whiskers to lighter silencers. I gained about 20 feet per second. My old bow, 225. My new bow, same arrows, 245. I went from 45 pounds of kinetic energy to about 53. So now, my new setup, is it enough to shoot a Rage? So I'm going to show you the two different test mediums. You'll see the targets that I have. It's just paint sticks wrapped with carpet, wrapped with duct tape around a plastic jug. It's supposed to be skin, bone, internals, bone, and skin on the outside. I know it doesn't really replicate it. Nothing will. I did get a chance to replicate it on a live animal, live dead animal, and that's about the best test that I had. But anyway, this one should at least give me an idea. So the first one, you'll see it's at 30 yards, and I made a really good shot on the bucket, or the jug, and boy, that Rage just blew right through it. Then I did it at 40 yards, kind of got off to the side a little bit. It went through one of the paint sticks and then cut the side. You'll see it. But all in all, I think I have enough bow to shoot Rage. I really do. You got to be comfortable with what you shoot. I was waffling on it, and I'd always wanted to do this type of a test. And you know, I'm only losing, well, let me show you here. Velocity downrange at 5 feet, average 3 shots, 243. At 20 yards, 237, 6 feet less. 30 yards, 231, 6 feet per second less. And at 40 yards, 226, another 5 feet per second less. So I lose about 20 feet per second from 0 to 40 yards. Not as much as I thought. It went from kinetic energy 53 pounds at about 10 feet or so to 47 pounds of kinetic energy at 40 yards, which is the furthest that I would shoot a deer. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, so we'll get to it. So this first one is at 30 yards, and I really didn't know what to expect. I thought it might stay, the arrow might stay in the target, but I was very pleasantly surprised here to find out how quickly it passed through there. Okay, and it went all the way through, and I mean it busted, it had to bust.
It went right through. It took out well, it's so wide, so it took out a chunk of that one.
I don't know what about up here yet. Took out a chunk of, well, actually,
right through the middle of that middle stick.
Yeah.
That was diagonal. The blade was like this.
Okay, that's all right. So it cut this one, and then, oh yeah, took that guy right. Oh, I see.
It sliced. Look at that.
Yeah.
Clean slice.
So it sliced that one and sliced that one.
Yeah.
Well, that'll work. And then it buried itself in there.
How far in does that go?
About 4 or 5 inches, probably. All right. Dang! So that shot was at 40 yards, and I hit off to the side. At first we thought that we just hit enough to deploy the one side of the blade, but we actually got into the jug a little bit, deployed fully, and then exited out the side a little bit. Oh, we got a little bit right here.
Oh wait, no, you did hit it.
Yeah, right there a little bit.
It did. It went through.
But then it sliced right off the side here.
But it went through that. It went through there. It went through there. It hit that thing.
Yeah, I broke that one. See. Wow. So this test doesn't really prove anything. I've always just wondered in a block target like this if you're going to get any more penetration from a broadhead than you do a field tip. And at 40 yards, I didn't see any difference at all. Yeah. But see, even if I get that much, that's basically a pass-through on a deer. And this isn't they're not as tough as this guy. So that one's right there. And that one's right there.
And that's just a normal straight, and they went the same depth.
Yeah, so they're, but yeah, just exactly the same depth, pretty much. Which, I mean, this doesn't really tell you anything here, but I was just curious. So in conclusion, I only lost 20 feet per second clear out to 40 yards. And the hypodermic passed every test I put it through. So I have the confidence I'm going to use Rage next year for deer.